Hello everybody, Andrea Troska here with Dentalelle Tutoring. Now let's talk about, do you want to be a temp dental hygienist or dental assistant, or work in an office full-time or part-time? So there's a little bit of history there for me. So I used to be a dental receptionist, a dental assistant, a dental hygienist, and then I became a restorative hygienist about 2 or 3 years ago now. And I worked full-time when I was 19. I didn't mind that. I had the energy. I wanted the money. But quickly, not quickly, but maybe about 4 or 5 years after that, I said, I don't want to work full-time. I want to work part-time. And I was able to do that. I did make enough money, thankfully, that I was able to do that. Because I became a hygienist. I think as soon as I became a hygienist, no, I did work full-time as a hygienist for about a year, but then I quickly became tired because it's hard work. Even as a dental assistant, it's tough, you guys. So I was part-time after that. I worked in an amazing office for about 13 years in total. And then I moved and worked in another office for about 6 months. But you know what? I quickly thought to myself, oh my God, I don't really like this. I love the patients. I love what I do, but I don't like office politics. I tend to be a very happy and positive person, and I do realize that not everybody's like that, and that's fine. But it would get to the point where we would have our morning meetings and people were just so negative. And I'm thinking, okay, so this is how I'm starting off my day, with all of this negativity. It was positive, but it was always and typically about money, or they would be complaining about a patient the day before, and I'm not always happy. But to start off at 8 a.m. in the morning with that negativity, I just kind of thought, oh, I don't really like this. Now I feel negative and now I feel unhappy and I have to work 8 hours now with this sort of attitude. So I knew a lot of hygienists were starting to temp. Not necessarily because they wanted to, but because they couldn't find full-time hours. So they would temp when they could in other places. And here I was the opposite, where I didn't want full-time hours. I was happy to work part-time. And I always seemed to get more hours than I wanted to because I also, as you all know, I tutor. So that's pretty much what I do for the most part. But I thought to myself, hey, that would be nice because as a temp, you make a little bit more because they don't take away taxes, which isn't, awesome. But as far as I see it, save up a little bit from every single paycheck and you will be fine. Just make sure to save up some though, because if you don't, come tax time, you have to pay a lot of money and you probably won't have that. But anyways, so I thought, well, that would be kind of nice to just kind of show up at an office, do what you're being paid to do, clean teeth, see patients, and then leave and not have to deal with the office politics. I was also in an office too where we had to do a lot, which isn't a bad thing again, but it's just not something that I was used to. So I would have to do chart audits. But I would never have enough time to do them. So I would either have to come early in the morning or stay late, but we only were paid until our shift. So if we stayed later, well, too bad. If we came in earlier, well, too bad. But we had to have these audits done. So then I would do them over my lunch, but then you don't get a lunch, right? And we were responsible for a lot of things. And again, that's fine. But I said to myself, well, that would be nice to just show up, do your thing, leave, and that's it. They're happy because you're helping them out. You're happy because you don't have to deal with the office politics. If you're not perfect, that's okay because you're new, you're the temp. You get paid a little bit more and just everybody's happy. The only not so nice thing about that is that as a temp, you don't know what you're walking into. So you could work in this horrible office and you realize, well, every single patient comes in every 3 months, yet there's tartar everywhere. So there might be a hygienist there who's not doing her job, and then you have to work twice as hard and say to them, well, I can't finish your cleaning today. There's a ton of sub-gingival black calculus. You have to come back. And then they look at you like, well, I've been coming every 3 months for 13 years. They've never said this to me. And then it's like, well, they're not doing their jobs, but you can't say that, right? And then the office is annoyed that you're telling the patients that you can't clean their teeth in one appointment. They have to book them back. The patients aren't happy. So that's the only downside. is that you don't know what you're walking into. And to be honest, a lot of staff members, if you're a temp, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them from my experience, won't want to help you. So you show up and you're like, hello, I'm the temp for today. My name's Andrea. Which room am I working in? Where's the Cavitron? Where's the instruments? You know, where's the charts? And they're busy themselves. So they're like, oh, okay, well, your room's over here is there. Okay, bye, see you later. And then you're like, oh my God, can somebody turn on my computer for me? How do I log in? What x-ray system do you use? So often you don't get a lot of help, so you do have to learn quickly and just do whatever you can. But you know what, you guys? I would prefer that over working somewhere in an office where staff is negative, constantly negative, having to do chart audits all the time and not being paid for that extra time, not getting a lunch. Like, I would prefer to be a temp, honestly, but everybody has their own opinions. But that's why I thought that I would sort of explain to you how things work, because I have done it, you know, full-time, part-time. I was in the same office for 13 years. I was in another one for 6 months, and then I thought, I can't take this anymore. I'm going to become a temp, which has been the best thing I have ever done, because now I can focus on tutoring full-time, which I love. If an office needs me, they let me know if I have time, and if I'm available that day, I say, sure, and I make more. My hourly wage went from one number to I'm making about $15 more now. I am in a different city though, so that probably has something to do with it, but making $15 more per hour, awesome, right? Like, I kind of feel like I have more money than I ever have, yet I don't work full time. It's nice. And if I don't feel like working that day and an office needs a temp, I say, I'm sorry, I'm not available today, but let me know when you need me some other time. It's awesome. But that's just how I feel, okay? I think it's because I like being able to tutor full time and work from home. I sell lip sense now too, which I actually have here. So I have my nude color on right now, which I actually sell to a lot of students, because they can wear the color in clinic. It's a nice natural color and doesn't come off. So clearly I do a little bit of everything. So being a temp is just perfect for me and perfect for my lifestyle. Now, do I have a constant source of income? No, but I can if I want to, which is amazing, because everybody, trust me, is looking for a temp that's reliable. There are a lot of temps that say that they will be there and then don't show up. There are a lot of temps that, you know, say they will be there and then the day before say, actually, I can't come. So they're looking for a nice, friendly, reliable temp. So if you need help with this, if this is something you are looking into, it has been the best thing that I have ever done. I am so much happier. I'm not sore every single day because I don't have to work every single day. And it's just awesome. So let me know if you need anything, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.